Omar Williams became a Muslim when he was a teenager. Christened Owain, he is the eldest of 3 brothers who've all converted to Islam. They're part of a growing UK phenomenon of white Muslim converts. Omar lives with his wife Shireen, who's also Muslim. His youngest brother Stuart is expecting his first child with his wife Kate, another Welsh convert.
And then eventually the head fills all this area, alright? Does anybody want to have a hold of the gas and air?
They believe that their child will be the first white Muslim to be born and raised in Wales. Omar and Shireen Williams live outside Newport. They've been married for 3 years. Both are devout Muslims.
One was a big gun shooting.
I'm particularly good at headshots.
You get extra points if you shoot them in the head.
Isn't Islam supposed to be a peaceful religion?
Yeah.
But it's got no rules.
We're not harming anybody. The blood is fake. The point of the game is to kill as many terrorists as possible within a short space of time. They're not Muslims, which is why we enjoy playing this, because it makes a change. You know, we don't have a monopoly on it, thank God. Watch this now.
Oh God!
Oh. Mission failed.
You died.
As Omar is white and Welsh, it's not immediately obvious that he's Muslim.
Just the way I look, I could quite as easily be a Hell's Angel, isn't it? I mean, if I put my leather jacket on, then I'm a biker, as far as a lot of people are concerned. I don't start talking to myself and shouting out verses of the Quran, you know.
The only visible display of his faith is his beard.
It's my furry hijab. I'm not out to try to, you know, attract female attention. It's almost like a barrier between, you know, me and members of the opposite sex, I think. I've met some Muslims with beards 2-3 times longer than mine, and they're awful. You know, they're real, you know, obnoxious and rude. And I'm thinking, you know, looking as Muslim as you do, you should be even more careful about your behaviour, because you're an ambassador. There's no hiding what you are.
You hate the way they make you build everything yourself.
Omar's brother Stuart and his wife Kate aren't obviously Muslim either. Both are Welsh-born converts, live in Port Talbot, and will have their first baby any day. He or she will be born a Muslim. They see this new generation as the first step in making Islam seem more familiar here.
Is that how it rocks, is it?
Yep.
Kate and Stuart are still rare as a Muslim couple, with both of them being Welsh and converts to the faith.
Did it help your parents accept your conversion because you married a Welsh girl?
I think my mum doesn't really mind. My mum's pretty cool and laid back with the whole thing. My dad's getting more laid back, but he probably would prefer a white face because it's just more normal when he has to speak to people about it. Oh, my son's wife's name's Kate, you know.
In Islam, marriage is encouraged. For a new Muslim like Kate, it also offers moral support.
Especially as a convert coming from a non-Muslim family with someone to share Islam with, it can be quite lonely. Right, what? There's a lot to take on board. A lot of convert Muslims, especially women who become Muslims and then, you know, just leave Islam. On the one side, from the Muslim community, they've got the pressure to get married or wear certain types of clothes, and then the pressure from the family, you know, what have you done? It can be difficult then because you're like stuck in the middle.
As more white people convert, they're increasingly likely to marry within their own culture, as Kate and Stuart have.
Yeah, I don't think that white Muslims will outnumber foreign Muslims in Britain in the future because, you know, they've already got such a huge head start. It's going to be hard to catch up. But not to scare, you know. But you know, a Muslim woman who dies whilst in childbirth, you know, she's considered to like die the death of a martyr, and gets like the highest reward in the next life. So you know, another thing to put Muslim women's mind at rest, that if you know, because people, it does happen from time to time, but you know, it's like one of the, you know, best ways to go as a Muslim woman.
You've always got that thought to come through.
Omar's religion is at the heart of his professional life. He travels daily to Bristol, where he works within the Muslim community. In the volatile climate post 9/11 and 7/7, as a British-born Muslim, Omar feels he's not an obvious target for anti-Islamic feeling.
That people who are more Muslim-looking than me would face a lot more prejudice.
So you feel you don't get the brunt of it because you're white?
I don't get the brunt of it, no, certainly because I'm not immediately identifiable as a Muslim. I don't feel persecuted. I feel that Islam is on trial, and I feel that there's a great deal of suspicion of Muslims. We're being blamed for everything. Like any problem in society, when they say, well, Muslims are trying to take over the world. They're living in our country, but they're actually a Trojan horse. They're a state within a state, and you know, they're all just working to take over our country and get the Islamic flag flying from Westminster or something, or from the Senedd in Wales or whatever. I'm not in a foreign country. I'm in my home country, and I can't believe the things that are happening here. And some of us who have, you know, one foot in each camp, there's more pressure, I think, on us to stop things, you know, spiraling out of control. So I certainly feel, you know, the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Ramadan is not just about staying away from food and drink. Allah will forgive us all and safeguard us from the hellfire.
By wearing the headscarf or hijab, Shireen is obviously Muslim, but she wants to go one stage further. Wearing the face veil or niqab is not as common a sight in the UK as the hijab. Amongst the Muslim community, there are different opinions about whether the veil is compulsory. Shireen wants to wear it for a one-day experiment for her community radio show, which she presents in Bristol together with Omar. She started wearing a headscarf 2 years ago.
One of the reasons I do is our respect for my husband is about modesty. It's about, you know, identifying yourself as a Muslim. This isn't a sign of how holy or how practicing you are. There's a lot more to being practicing than just the modesty part. This is part of your worship, but you know, if people think that just wearing this makes you holy, oh God, if only, you know, I could be drinking at home and eating pork and, you know, having affairs and God knows what, and I could still be covered up. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, even in the Muslim countries, the prostitutes cover up. Oh God, I hope I don't scare my neighbours. Okay, this is it. How do I look? Or the pessimist in me is mentally prepared for, I don't know, terrorist go home, Mrs. Bin Laden, things like that, so we shall see. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I got a ninja comment today.